has said, I love Vegas so often that his personal affinity for Sin City has infiltrated his sports analysis.
You know what? I agree. Totally agree.
You just like, I love Vegas. I love Vegas. And like, hey, what do you think about the Raiders? And she's like, boo.
Totally agree.
Anyways.
Because I don't get it.
Here's Vegas's Chip Kelly on the value of having veteran Geno Smith in the locker room.
It's great just because Geno's a football guy. He's great. Geno's literally like a second coach. You know, when you're in that room with him and Greg Olsen. Geno can be a blessing to coaches, and I can attest to you to that. I think Geno's special.
Man.
Okay.
Here's a stat that will make you say, gee, yes, about Geno. Most wins in the last 3 seasons.
Where's Bruce Guy Purdy? Didn't quite make it.
Well,
Mahomes,
remember,
Hurts,
he only
Allen,
played half of his first season.
Goff, Lamar, Geno. Bro,
No.
are you ready
First
to join?
of all, Chip, slow down. A blessing. What was? I wish I had written down a special.
Yeah.
A second coach on the field.
No, in the room.
In the room. A blessing. Like, slow down, Chip. All right. No. As in Geno. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon.
Okay.
I like Geno. I'm glad he's resurrected.
You've obviously liked Geno.
Because I have to say he's awesome.
No,
Because he's resurrected his career,
Led the league in
become a
completion
top
percentage.
half of the league quarterback.
Maybe
I
top
like
10.
Geno. No, because here's the deal.
Okay.
The guy you always bludgeon. Look at his numbers last year without his weapons compared to Geno. Geno had Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
He had DK Metcalf all year. Purdy's out there playing with his backups and still had better numbers across the board except for completion percentage.
And your beloved record is not on there.
Yeah, but that's the team. I can't put that all on one guy. So I'm just saying, I mean, we love Geno on this show, and you rip Purdy, yet Purdy at his worst.
I was not.
At his worst hour was better than
When
Geno.
did I? I'm not ripping Purdy. I don't.
Oh, you never rip Purdy.
I wasn't going to talk about Brock Purdy here.
Beyond that, Nick, I mean, I don't get your love, well, not love, but your affinity for the Raiders
Well,
now.
I think
Pete Carroll's not immune to losing, all right? And Geno is good, but not great. And I think they are, at best, the third best team in their division.
Why can they not be better than the Chargers?
Because I think the Chargers both have really good coaches.
Yes.
The Chargers, I think their quarterback is better. I think you would agree with that.
Maybe. I mean, I think the Chargers at quarterback is far more talented. There is no question about it. But
he's put up numbers Geno can only dream of.
I understand that, yet Geno has, despite not putting up those types of numbers, we don't think of the worst moments of Geno's career being the biggest moments of his career like we do for Herbert. But I also think that the Raiders, so here's the deal. I am looking at the Raiders. There is a schedule component, which is a last place schedule, which is extra beneficial in the AFC West because your divisional games are so hard to begin with. So we can play the same game that we play with the Niners as far as, all right, the divisional games are what they are. Everybody plays them. And then they have, compared to everyone else in the division, the most fortuitous schedule. They also, I think, were bottom 3 in the league at 3 wildly important spots. Head coach, and they got a guy who might be a Hall of Famer one day. Quarterback, and they got a guy who the last few years has been fringe top 10. And offensive coordinator, the guy you just heard talking, they went from Luke Getsy to Chip Kelly, who Chip Kelly, we can question him as an NFL head coach, even though he actually was oddly fine.
Early on,
and maybe a little too innovative in certain ways, whatever it is.
Ben Johnson.
But maybe a little bit. But his offense, but he's obviously a better designer of offense. And they added the player in this draft most likely to be an All-Pro as a rookie in Ashton Genty, because we've seen that from running backs instantly come on. So I think the Raiders, when you go from awful quarterback to good, awful head coach situation to good, awful coordinator situation to good, and then have a soft schedule and add that guy, you can win 10 games.
I'm going to be honest, and you guys know, I feel like I'm the running back guy on this show.
Yeah.
I've got to see it from Genty.
Wow.
And I'm probably holding the Boise State thing against him. But I got to, before I sign off on, because you're right.
Well, and the line.
Rookie running backs they can come in right in the league. And the offensive line, like, I'm not sold that he's going to come into the league and run for 1,500 yards.
Do you guys think I enjoy, as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, promoting the Raiders?
We think you love Vegas.
Hate it.
Right, you just want to get to Vegas.
That is true.
Like, we should do a remote.
Absolutely. Let him have a good year. We'll be doing a remote from there.